Today na the 23rd day of March 2023. 23, 323, or you want to say 32323. Whichever one, it's the 23rd day of March. The High Court na Sierra Leone, we don't see them, and then we give you a date say, they want for visit the Chancery building na New York. By the 8th of March, they be supposed for the return. Well, waiting happen, waiting not happen. Today, we see them kolo one with real kolo eyes na the Chancery building na New York. The 23rd. Yesterday, then tell we. They say today, then go day. Before I start first, Judiciary Sierra Leone, who tell una thank you because una be do am on Zoom. But there whose internet una be dey use so. Whose internet una use? There if una able Verizon, a good and it's strong na New York. It's strong na New York. Westchester, Yonkers, na they talk to una so. There, if una able get Verizon SIM, and una go help una, or if una not able say una contact me. Because una able use the Verizon 5G. It's strong na that air de una this so. That's no go able see clear video. Then the struggle with the internet be the struggle today. Uda de utuna na New York. There, for tomorrow. Because today na day one. Tomorrow then get for go day back. I don't know if una go stream am. But there if una get for stream am. Una ask Kara no more Verizon. I don't know that go help una. I tell una get Verizon SIM. Then they get 5G. I don't know, I get 5G phone safe. Or the phone in camera not correct. Two kind phone on they use for stream. For do the because something will not be look correct today. The picture them. Because it is to say in a salon internet. Now I can't meet you now it. Now roaming unadu. On the house network, AT&T. Na try get to you na. Then they declare like say, one yagbano di para. One yagbani di para. Alright. We'll push down the corner first. But to want tell una thinking. Because una bring we in. Una make we serve being a part of the process. We hear una. How una be they get the conversation. I get small one them we I go play Leona safe. Una go able agree with me with the talk now. Somebody tell me he say that Chancery building na salon I think out na so. I say no bo because we get places that na salon we correct. Now I say no. The salon where they elect for show. Well, now that salon na the Chancery building. The commissioner Francis Benkefala they make fun. Yes, he make fun on Facebook say somebody be don't tell and say the Aratsa den within New York. They can't bodo with them bodo. They can't bodo with the Arata den bodo. You say they Arata den they. They able capture push. And Kafala say today when go to the Chancery building, he meets one Arata obo and capture them. See because of that, in things say the process, the process then for speed them. But inside the conversation today, few things then they notice. The lawyers them where they represent Dr. Samura Kamara not be want for make them stream am. The young claim is, well, people the way they see the building so, then go misinterpret on a summary. And say the people then go misinterpret and go they talk all that thing and this. I get all that one day, you go carry. Then the judge, Justice Fisher, say no. He say, beaucoup nonsense. He say beaucoup nonsense there. Where people know they talk. About the case. We know they talk nonsense about the case. Justice Fisher say, they listen on herself. Oh. In case una no be a that side, me I dey tell una now. When they talk nonsense about the case, say ne yeruna. But na through that conversation there, we begin for land say, today na day one. Tuma, then go for go back. When them be there for that final one at the High Court Salon before them go soon. One party lawyer them be asked say if Ali Kaba go dede. Go watch back for that last program where we talk about. You go hear who side the lawyer be ask if Ali Kaba go dede. And you go hear waiting Justice Fisher be tell him. But for today, Ali Kaba no be dede. What you want no be dede? Dr. Samura Sef no be dede. And the judge be ask the lawyers the way they represent and say, him be give an order for say all the accused for dede. He say him be give an order for all the accused. Then for dede, all the other accused were there except Dr. Samura Kamara. So the judge began for asking lawyer them. He said, I'm not telling for answer me now. But I just ask why in no day ya and I begin an order. Yeah. Okay. You go carry for the judge himself. They no say just no. Triple in and they I say he asked the lawyer them. He say why not did it? He say and him begin an order. But him fair not say Dr. Samura Kamara not then at the Chancery building. Okay. Saying they wait for them. Wait him, then go tell him why make no been dede. Alright. But you know be say you know see Ali Kaba. You know be say you know see her. But he was not there. But again, now they accuse them be say. But they accuse them. Beaucoup people when they say Ali Kaba in name supposed for they but they accuse them. But his name is not there. $4.9 million United States dollar, not a Liberian dollar. United States dollar, $4.9 million. Na indo wongo ino wangaso. If they play around, whose side he go? Look at the building. The building is a disgrace. The building is a disgrace. It's shameful. What salon? If we're not able, what we go put on? If we're not able, why? The first fete will then begin fete first. Okay, not a physical fete. Now the lawyers them with the judge. They ask Honorable Fisher say, what is safety gear them for access the building? Now Fisher lick them back talk for he say, una go buy. He say, una get. Una go buy. Now he say, I go can't tell you say go buy. How go buy? If we come inside this kind of building, we don't lock for amongst years. We need safety gear. No safety gear. No safety gear. He said, well, what if we go there now? Then they can't hold we. Justice Fisher say, nobody know hold we because we get permits. We get permits for inside the building. Now Uncle Lawyer say, but we need safety gear. So we need safety gear for going inside under. Maybe tomorrow then go get. But they not be get until they see the picture now. They not be get today. They not be get today. Or they not be think say they need her. They not be there for the budget. The budget is tight. They can't talk about safety gear for going outside. Who that they go wear bullet? Now all waiting, I just try for summarize today. They say, hey, take pictures, take picture of yonder, look yonder, take pictures. Day one, visit don't complete today. Visit don't complete. But personally though, maybe feel to say then we need safety gear for go yonder. But since yonder na like saloon. In case you don't know, that will chance you building there na saloon nandi. So in Sierra Leone, mba. You know how we do things. Na yana saloon. I made the judge say, well, go buy. If you want safety gear, go buy. Nobody bullet, nobody with then get one way they call an attacky flasher. Say no need that. You know say this building a saloon. Look the building first. But we hope say when in the candy next. But they don't candy today, they don't put PPE. They don't put any safety gear on. Now too bad then go there and go put her on. We go there today, nothing happen. So what you think? We go there back tomorrow. What you think say go happen? That's it. I able get for una PPE. Una contact me no. I go supply una. Now una they come na ya. Sammy man's reflector salon na flasher they call am. Go down. What a key no more. Say, you got to buy flasher for going inside you. My BT say, he say where to? He say where to? Then go there without engineer. So it's at the point for let them go there safe all the way. Okay. Help Sandy. Who's got advice, Sandy? Okay. Well, I think let's carry the video first. Waiting just a summary. No, me, I don't tell them if they need safety gear, let them contact me. I go supply them. But in New York here we all day. I dey supply on a fast. Una go doubt. Not so everybody them agree for go inside. Beaucoup people go there. Beaucoup. But if you name not in a list, you know they enter. Eh? But Musa say, you get beaucoup safety. Eh? Gas them from coke. Let them pack some dollars. Eh? But you there for me na amidi. Eh? Na amidi. Let them contact me first. Let I get the safety gears them for them. Eh? Okay. They don't be allow everybody for go inside. Now people where they name within a list. Now they want they need them call. Now they enter the Chancery building. Not to all man where you go inside. Eh? Okay. Here we see. Eh, now we tell CC boss say then tell and say the arata then in New York. Then big, then they capture puss. Yes, Abbas Jales, El Casano go, you know, son, and give away coming, give a kind of TV for can't talk. So it be need for Diddy. Eh? He need for Diddy. He was there. But anyway, let me just join the little piece where I put together. Well, maybe when you watch her now, you go agree say, no, really, they need for find a better internet provider, internet service provider. Me don't give them Verizon. I don't give them Verizon already. But let's listen them. Let's listen them, yeah? Okay.
Now, these are matters like locals. You're going to go into the building to see what is in there. Then foreign, which you want to call Mr. Walker, that's different. But if you're not going to go in, then what's the business of me calling Mr. Walker? Milord, that is unless you're going to go in. Milord, we are not refusing to go in. Milord, I go in because I need safety there. Milord, that's one thing. Go by there. Milord, this is New York. So, and yes, Milord, this is New York. Milord, you cannot just say go by there, Milord. You want safety there, go by there. No, Milord, we are here as a result of an order of the court. But we are here as a result of an order of the court, Milord. Was that part of the order that you get 6 years? Milord, that is interpreted. In fact, Milord, it is a requirement within the unit. If I am going to go in, you are saying you're not going to come in, then that will be reflected in the application. You're not getting it. If you go in, they go into the time, they have to defend, they use that 50% of the time. But if we go in and we come out unscathed, then that's something reflected on the application. Let's just finish this. Suppose we get into that building and we got arrested by the message authorities in New York because we are in a not a prohibited building. We are with this Milord, it's a prohibited building, but it is under construction. It's not a prohibited building. Milord, it's under construction, Milord. It is under construction, Milord. Milord, look at the danger. Hold on. Listen, excuse me. The issue is live streaming of the locals below. It's something like that. I mean, I think it was done outside, but not to be done inside the building, Lord, it is prejudicial. The effect will be prejudicial.
What we discussed in the absence of His Lordship, apparently we need to put that to His Lordship. And we raised it with the Commissioner, Mr. Matsebo.
Yes.
That yes, I mean, the streaming has commenced outside. But for the purposes of the interior of the building, and the fact that this building has been in this state undone for at least 3 or more years, I mean, it will be good for the court to take every picture that it's one, but let it be preserved and let it not be done, I mean, as if it is a live streaming for various reasons that we identified. The Commissioner said he has a different opinion on that. So it was on that basis that we said we wanted the court to hear it and then probably give a ruling on that issue.
Yes, if I may add on behalf of the court, we believe that this has a judicial effect on the entire process. I do not believe that this adds this streaming, this live streaming, adds any value to the judgment that you would be giving to defendant. This, we believe that for the public to see something like this, that they do not have the proper background to the law, I believe does not, I mean, it's prejudicial value that raises probative effect under any circumstance.
My Lord, we disagree.
I'm not done yet.
Quite strong.
I'm not done yet.
We all can speak together.
Yes. I mean, Lord, this was
Taking down this
if we had known before time that this was going to be something considered, the Lord would have let our views be known before this was something that we do not believe is interest of justice. But what we're asking for is the interest of justice, for justice to be done to all the accused persons, not only just for the accused, but I think I speak for all accused persons. I say that in the interest of justice, their liberty and so many other things are at stake, or their reputations are at stake. We do not believe that this adds any value to you at the trial of fact, and we do not believe that this adds any value to whatever decision you have to reach, the process of reaching it. So, on behalf of the trust accused, this is our humble application. Lord, also, we do not even understand who are here. We understand that based on the public notice that we all became aware of yesterday, some national broadcasters, SLBC, AYD, etc. But apart from that, there's other people who we do not know, who they are, and we do not know who they represent. And we do not know if they're even here in compliance with the order. So, this is a humble application.
Allowed for the third accused. I am indifferent. It means clean or not be clear. For me, it's for you to be able to position your mind as to the explanation with regards what it were before now and what it is now. Because the prejudicial effect that we're talking about lay in your mind. Because it's you that we are dealing with. What you are seeing and the explanation, if there is any audio or video evidence that anybody will be showing to you as to what the structure was before this date. So for me, it's a public interest matter. People have already started seeing it being screened. For us to stop screening abruptly, we cast some aspersion as to what we are doing here. God bless you. So I am indifferent.
No, actually, you are in favor.
Yeah. No, if it is screened, I have no problem. It's not screened, but I think because it is a public interest matter and we already started screening, it should be screened.
Prosecution.
I know that said the right the commission the next day. What I'm saying is worried. Fundamentally, these proceedings ought to be in public. It is only where, for reasons that are cogent, in which the court would have taken into account proceedings are held. And by no stretch of the imagination in my submission do these particular proceedings require that they be held in Kamega. So I think this is the first time this has happened in this particular trial. The ruling, your lordship will recall, was televised, and I do not see the prejudice that my learned friends are talking about. We are simply saying it's prejudicial. In what sense would it be prejudicial for justice to be seen to be done in public? So for those reasons, I would strongly suggest, my lord, that there ought not to be any secrecy. After all, transparency is one of the requirements of any judicial system.
Lord, I'll say you join the issue of the judicial system emanates from the circumstance whereby 3 years back, no visual was shown to the public. 3 years back, or 4 years back, no visual was shown to the public. And fast forward, the building is now in a different state, and now we are showing the public visuals that are quite different from that which was before the stop work, the Lord. So that is the prejudicial effect, because there ought to be that balance for the public to know this was how it was, and now this is the state. But if we're just streaming now one side, this situation, my Lord, it's prejudicial to the rights of the accused person. Now, Section 23, Subsection 3 of the Constitution states that, yes, we agree it's a public hearing. But, my Lord, if it's a public hearing, will you allow other people to come to the court to stream who are not in the court structure system? And I will reiterate, the orders you gave never had in them the issue of live streaming of the administrative. And this is a local hearing, my Lord. This is a local hearing, and it's novel to us, to some of us, for live streaming of the proceedings. That's all I would say, my Lord.
Absolutely.
So, my Lord, I do not see why my friends are now raising issues about the stream. First of all, streaming is an administrative issue. The judiciary put out a notice to the public in Sierra Leone yesterday, stating that all the proceedings there were going to be streamed. But secondly, and most importantly, has the right to know what is happening, because this is a public interest trial. I do not see why they cannot see to say that how the state was 3 years ago and the state that is now today. That is a continuing issue. It's a continuing damage. And that is why we want people to see exactly what we have taken to court and why we believe that justice must be served. So I do not see why it should not be streamed. For all intents and purposes, like Mr. Maxibo rightly said, transparency and accountability is not just what happens in court, but also how it's seen happens. Thank you.
Like, just a final reminder, because yes, the issue of transparency is very good. But even here, at this present local visit, you have restricted people from entry. If it were not the case, you would have asked everyone to enter. There are so many people who are outside the Lord who want to be the Sierranians. It's that the Sierranians, this touches and concerns.
They can watch it on TV.
Fair enough, but again, my Lord, what we are saying is, our position is that we do not believe that, we believe that what's broadcasting this in the manner it is done now unduly sensitizes an already sensitive case. And we do not believe that that is what we need at this time. Because we know that the law is in your bosom. We believe, we have no doubt in your fairness, Lord. And what we are saying is that this does not add value to the process of things. And what we have continued to emphasize, what I said, what my learned friend at the Chemistry said, is that the public will not understand the context in which they're seeing the building now. They will view the building from the lens of today only. And what my learned friend, the ACC commissioner, is saying, that this is a continuing state. No, this is not a continuing state, in the sense that in 2021 or thereabouts, there's a stop work order from the state of New York. So nothing has been done for 3 years or thereabouts in this building, Lord. So the public will not be getting that perspective. The perspective that they will be seeing will just be what they are seeing today. Whatever rotten down state it is today, that is not the fault of the accused persons. And that is why we're emphasizing that this adds no value.
That is why we should just proceed. All I know, you're not the judge. This is not the judge. Please.
Hey, gentlemen.
Now, there there'll be a full meeting ruling down the line. But suffice to say, all of these objections, quite frankly, are misconceived. And I'll tell you why. Firstly, before we came in here, there was an order. It was very clear as to who and who were allowed into this building. That is not to say that the trial was being held in camera. That's the starting point. But for obvious reasons, we do not want disruption in here. This is why people were restricted, i.e. accredited members of the press. Everybody that is in here today, their names were called outside. You were already in, so you never heard it. But their names were called outside before we came in. So that's number one. Secondly, the very constitution that you rely upon, very clear, the trial should be held in public. Live streaming is one aspect of a public trial. In other words, putting it out to the public so they can see what is going on. And let me hasten to add, Mr. Chairman, that the views of the public as to how the building is now or how it would have been 2 years ago is irrelevant insofar as I am concerned. When it comes to determining the issue, this is why we're here, to look at the building and we can make an assessment based upon the evidence already before the court and what we're seeing right now. I don't think anybody would think otherwise, that if a building has stood for 2 years, it will not look the way it looked 2 years ago. And this is where the evidence comes, which is why it's important that we come here today, we see what is going on. The evidence is already been given, counsel of course examined. So we're just having a visual of what was given in court at the time and to put it into context with the evidence that was given. Take for example, if Mr. A said there was no door to come in here, and I come in now and I see a door, I would want to know why there's a door here now when there wasn't a door previously. So it's putting the evidence into context. And that does not affect the fair trial rights of the accused, because I need to determine this matter on the evidence that is before the court. This is a visual case. I don't think the judgment that I gave on Friday, the order that I gave on Friday, I was very clear on the relevant authorities and what we're looking at by being in here. So there's not going to be any prejudice to the accused person. Whatever the public think about what they see, it's a matter of, I mean, prior to us coming to this building, the public have said a lot about this trial, 90% of which is nonsense. But I've not been affected by whatever it is they said. Simply listen to the evidence and have dealt with it quick. So whatever views they may hold as to what they see is a matter for them. But the court's own interpretation of what it sees right now is likely to be different from what they feel they're seeing right now. So there's no prejudice there. But if you want to rule it as I said, that's fine. But as far as we're concerned, the public interest requires that the public should know why the court is here today. And they can see why we're here and what we're doing is that we're here to look at this building and that's it. Whatever views they may hold, it's a matter for them, not my concern. But I'm looking simply at the evidence. So don't have no sweat. Your clients will not be prejudiced in any way, shape, or form. And Mr. Sise, your own point is that it's prejudicial to the second accused. I don't believe it is. The second accused, the evidence against him so far is really clear. We've just come here to conceptualize what we've had in court. And certainly, you have an opportunity to lead evidence, as he said he's going to testify. All of that evidence will be looked at in the round. So there's no prejudice to it. I have no doubt about that. We're just here to see what we see. And of course, we know there's been stop work orders given going back 2 years ago. So we'll assess what we can see from those stop work orders going back 2 years ago. So I don't think there's a problem there. So we continue. The public have a right to see why we're here, because it's all about taxpayers. Other issues will be dealt with in court.
I noticed
May I ask on behalf of the second that a competition will be given to us?
There will be, yes. I have said that, and I've just summarized it so you know what we're thinking about. And we will show you that. But I don't say please to the second. Do we have the pictures? Yes.
So, my lord, on behalf of the first, my lord, we are proceeding with the locus, the display as we are seeing it. And in the case of the first accused, he was the head of Chancery at the period of the movie. I'm not sure what your direction will be, but I believe we want to also be heard as we proceed, in view of the fact that at the time he left the building, some 2 or 3 years ago, we want to say what he left or what he saw, the case may be. So I don't know if we are going to do it to proceed or we're just going to see the building as it is.
Well,
and then
in answer to your question, this is why I said that we're not going to complete this today. Today we're going to view, because presumably after Mr. Nalo would have viewed the building, he would want to sit down with you and point out certain matters.
yes.
Which, in fairness, I don't think we'll be able to hear that evidence from him right now, which means he's going to have to come back tomorrow. You know, that's how it is.
So today is just view.
Today we're going to view. We could make notes. Likewise, Senator Wilson, Mr. Story, and Mr. Person, others. We can make notes of what we see today, and then of course, any evidence that needs to be led tomorrow morning. All right. And let me just say, Mr. Story and Mr. Nico Wilson, the orders given where the accused person should be present at this locus, and I note the fourth accused is not here, and no reasons have been given as to why he's not here. Right? It's a concern, but I'm just raising it for now, and I would want to hear from you on Mr. Sawyer or Cantor representing him as to why he's not here when the orders were given for him to come here. Okay, so let us proceed with the viewing for now, and then we'll deal with any evidence. Let us proceed with the viewing for now, and then we'll deal with any evidence.
Let we proceed with the viewing for now, and we go deal with other things them later. So now, so the team they continue. Other half one in day, but now yeah, no, just now we'll go tap them. You see the lengthy discussion about live streaming, not live streaming. He lawyers them where they represent Dr. Samura Kamara. No one for make them live streamer. Well, say the public get interest. We all get interest by this case. I wish other cases they will get interest by them go the live streamer for we. But they are tomorrow on a better internet. I don't give an option Verizon 5G. Or na Verizon that they use or na the person phone no good. Okay. A lot of people like say, why they get for good day? Why they get for good day? You don't hear the judge now. It's in a visual. In oneself one can see. And beaucoup people go. You know, see some man there. Well, we run at 4.9 million. All this they add up to na expense. Na expense. We hope say at the end of the day, let the money come out. All who are inside it, let the money come out. Because if we look back, say, wait to Commission of Inquiry, how much we spend? How much we get back? How much we get back per Commission of Inquiry? Because of 1.9 million now we run at us now. All the kabudu they go so. Pay hotel fee, per DM. Yes? So I know one day go New York. I don't kind of tongue. Now welcome. Una welcome. Moduya. Let's get value for money per this one. We need value for money per this one. I see somebody, if you got somebody inside chick. I don't call him. Now government pay for her. You work out your side chick. I see her. Now government pay for her. A lot of people there, what's he make say a network no go there? You see the one that we go into here now? Bafulava, thank you. You see the one that we go there for live stream, you see the go we can inside. I said and get listed and they call him for order for enter. A big go. What am I fishing a play? I see somebody with inside cheek. I see the person there. The person they balance the camera, but you don't know say I be don't see. I had to get Barcelona minus $1 million. Hey, me just want to pay for the side chick. I just want to. If na comment, instead and get per DM, I tell and say, but they go New York. They go get some nice day. A chilling trip. Instead say no, but I left in a hotel today. He come around. He mix with the other crowd and they say no, you name no there, you can inside. I say you go talk to her, you tell and say, I for engamo. Oh, they come on and do gist now. I made say the side chick a motivation for do the work. If you say no see. Okay. Alright. I say we run at $4.9 million. They're not able to buy safety gear. Or they not be even the lighting system. How they go see find inside and safe? I don't think say them be prepared well though. I don't think say them be and then I don't know. Because na phone lights them, they not be go proper lighting system. And then you not be setting plenty, you know say side chick getting job for do. I know. But say na in the confidential secretary. My Musa say, oh, I Musa left. Okay. Moka must say why the side chick go? He says someone go see the Chancery building. Hey, you don't tell him party then a tongue see. Now all, na me and brother go. How they go? They go na the Chancery building. No, you only left na hotel. They not go proper lighting. Then therefore, someone using phone for record, for line self go prove say be dey, but for lights back. Hey, Home Depot no dey far. Then get them work lights there. If una buy her, I go keep am for una. I go ship her. I go ship am for una. I go ship her for una. Una give me the work lights. Una give me the contract. Take out the gears there. Now una Amos. Because this trip, like how Leon Star go for go play Sao Tome and Principe. Now play a list no more than give you. They not give you official list. Because when they can give official list, I man they can begin talk about coup. They not give official list this trip. Judicial is Sierra Leone. They not give you no list of who that go, who that no go. Pass you Sabina na you dey pick who that you see dey. Say, oh, na the judge that day. Oh, Now, Honorable Geva Udandi. Oh, Mr. Masibo. Na in that one day. Oh, Francis Benkefala na in this. This style Kassa, no. Who that this? They begin asking, hey, well, who that this? Well, who that this? Well, you sabi them when na then dandy. No, this na Melron, Nico Wilson, and the Macaulay. Oh no, na then they represent Dr. Samura Kamara. Iwa, who the other one there? Who that they represent? Well, I make you see so. Eh? And he do say, he said something. Now we me talk. Lefo, no can give me kata, no able to. He said I made them come because never don't return from the 8th. Colin would say, he said what to they're able for afford waiting the ticket when they able afford. No, yana. Who that is post and smile? But at the wrong place you cancel, not to ya. Hey, let the bouncer come up for you, not to ya. No, don't count on in there. Eh? No count on there. Hey, Peter Pan said, he said the list now be based on who that register for enter. Sierra news agencies like AYV were welcome, but they didn't show up as expected. He not be expecting for show up. So you think say if we be good then for be green? Eh? So, a lot of questions people they ask. Francis say they may involve the contractor. I hope so. How much then pay for the renovation? Oh, me I know say number $4.9 million now they gonna turn. And where the contract? Well, land all what thing then go do? We hear the judge. The judge say na visual. Na visual. FBM. FBM they ask save the missus no go. No, na side chick see. Eh? If Nangai say, he no say money opposite no work. Easy for spend. Eh? Me na side chick as you, I don't see the missus. Write down. And go to watch. And go to watch. Then my sister we left. We left na salon where they no gree go it. Right and then they watch the video two thing. I said people let me talk me nobody need the car waiting na me head self. But watch number fine if you sabi, you know he did it. He part the video me I see. And they talking it you and I see. I see the side chick they did it. Yeah? Alright. Même zone to play. But I feel say the judge don't go do your own findings. But they need proper lighting. And he tell and say Dr. Samura Kamara supposed for Didi because he's one of the accused. Why make them know Didi? Don't ask them who. Okay. When Musa say nothing, say they all be need for goodie. And we don't use independent engineers. Eric Peter Pan say, me been promise say, I go do the, I for be don't contact the embassy or the High Court of Sierra Leone for registration. And go pay for me. Then go pay. If then they pay for me, no problem. You get the contact. Jemati say why I not see African Express. Salud, Bobo. Okay. Dr. Samura Wilson Matthew Kamara. The judge say, in be order you for make you then at the building with the other accused them. Now the court in order, now the judge in order. Now they don't tell the one that will represent you. If you there around, I think that they go there tomorrow, they are not for goodie. A lot of people they say Dr. Samura no need for Didi. Okay. If me na Dr. Samura, I the goodie. But if you feel say no need for Didi, na yana salon. Mohammed Ahmed say Samura take money and go US, but no attend. No sir, he not take money, sir. According to what we learn, na himself pay for in lawyers them. Not to state pay for in lawyers them. 3 lawyers then na they represent them. Na himself pay for them. Then hotel them, per them and everything. Not to state. But he should have been there. He should have been there. If not so, the judge say, just follow. Do what thing and get for do. Let we done with this thing. I know say a lot of people not go like, now okay, sit down. Now okay, sit down. Alright. Sabi salon court. Okay. The judge say for go. All the other one then go. You know go. The other one then they with their lawyers. And they with their lawyers then. Okay. Well, we get the we are you Fisher talker. Justice Fisher will say in the wait for let the guy explain to her why not because they nobody don't tell and say. Well, maybe if he be this salon, excuse go. They say, well, he this salon. Alright. Jesus friend. You get the platform, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, AAA, for welcoming the platform. And thanks a lot to all the listeners and viewers them. And thanks for talking through at the time for even stream live for we doing a great job for the media. This scale of justice, we try for see where they go on now. So, we just recap. If we don't decide to then go can US from previous which we don't present here. For say that they come try forget the place we say the legal cause for the action. Within the legal cause, within the law, wouldn't it take so we say the action take place. So then they say locus inco. Alright. So then they try for go to see this in evidence, or then get counsel, then we don't choose. All the counsel then they would go and then would represent the lawyers I mean the one they would accuse, or the one who would accuse will be no say they don't come as witness. Prosecution witness, so then come as now PW. But during this cause, the judge we don't give them say their own game for play now for build their own case. All man they build their own case based on the evidence we bring as a witness, because when they return, then they go stand at the witness court, I mean the witness box. So inside this box now, they get for ask them few questions and try for cross-examine them, but usually now the lawyer the first cross-examine them. But that don't pass. Now they don't go. We don't really talk for the delay. We don't delay and the cost with justice delay. It cost very much expensive. But based on the information we didn't want forget, because now inform justice and they try for suicide they want for good proof. We say that inform source for their own justice. But remember, then get for find out a lot of information. But the information now one way they see, and one way, well, somehow then we feel them, but to more of feeling it, but that sense of being there now almost feel the atmosphere. So I believe say now the point where they don't get now the challenge where I just they see Fisher they try for get here now a very big challenge. You only get for focus because now na the pinpoint, but he go there as a judge because now the court move, the court proceed, you will see how it take place. You see them they try for discuss because it been pronounced and during the closing remarks we been doing at the court now free time before they go one point. So he said the court can move when that lawyer for the prosecutor that in as Maui Komo Uganda, we been they bring up the points about international laws case then decide for Sidon themselves, then talk the case. You see? So I don't know if another one day then go decide, but because of certain reason, they might logistic, they might can decide for Donna. So that point they will left and I can't say, well, now the point where I for see here, you get for be careful because it's very, very a tricky thing when you do a locus inco. He get for be very observant how he conduct himself inside this particular trial. What I mean, not a big threat or big something what I try for see, and I point you are in him for letting go substitute for become a witness. It's very, very logical in law. But we are in way they do so because if you see some point where they go, it's almost like a witness. But again, not to as a witness. So but for like go they neutral between these points for say not to witness and they draw into is a lot way in there for take and try for address. So that process they will see how they go. But at some point again, if you see they point to somebody when at the cameraman, where they go. If they point up where we start to stage, they point under, they take a picture because on side and they argue say yes, all man for take this in picture, forget forensic. But if they see the point because they didn't point, they point, then the camera go up, it snap pictures them, and some side they wouldn't see them go see the undersailor pipes. But the question I have for see the statement and back, the side statement the way they come. If they listen, some of them at the background, with some of them they say, hey, then I'm to Chinese steel, they are expensive, or then they are the new thing and then I out. So they try to come back to the point where the one day will be going to represent the second accused, we in the PW2, what in Dr. Samura Kamara drive for bring say well that they talk of this an event, chronology, how events come of something what they can see now. Because obviously when you even repair, even if the team you don't spend panel, if it's they can't repair, you get for the thing they look different. Whether a new thing and put the but because maybe the design we want can put, we will say a panel refurbishment, then we'll pull that old one. So even if the person we don't just put carpet here on a new carpet, if they say, well, no, this it don't come out a new structure, log would so at that point they be there for link. But again, if the Eric gave out been bring say, well, other video them been there because we not be see so much video. So but I don't know the video, if not the one that we bring the evidence, when other information they pass through, when I don't want they mean. But the point here is that the evidence we try for gather how they get for go, how in get for comport himself as the judge, we will be able to be neutral because then they look as a public interest, and at the same time they try for see and they try for bringing justice, and then they try for go according to the routine the law command and waiting them we don't order in terms of legal proceedings. You go see even the ACC mindset if he come, they try for narrate about somebody where them say if for day and this person why for day now somebody I think Ibrahim, not to Ibrahim, sorry, somebody may name been there, but all the people as he go. So okay, now Bokari, Mr. Bokari in presence was the one who been begin the argument first. But Bokari, then we don't say that we don't try for rule him out. Then they don't reject him and remove him from the as a witness. But then they tell them they don't cross-examine him. Why in not good day? But I think the person I know they like for say about technicality and for show side for go side for pass in terms of safety. In fact, the lawyers them like for user for say well, it will lead them through while they give the witness for help them back with the safety nets for suicide then go pass and pass. I see that point they then bring them back at some point. But it all comes down to how then able for do the communication because you see the communication at some point just like I they talk about then your statement to them being regarding that one way they travel for so how they're not able for communicate and people they know say now this so person will take your own chance opportunity for other things. So if they see through they want take chances and for come some they even try for tell somebody who be the give a kind of Then already see them back, talk them. Say turn, you say I go make them arrest you now. I don't know if that's somebody from the normal audience. Then somebody begin to pronounce me a brand law. But the point here is that for say the try for eliminate himself at some point say now something at the try for pursue with now the genuine side of the law or now something that try for clear because you see the sequence of waiting happen. It happened because of waiting them be done they bring calm because the ACC they bring the own point say now this if you don't happen they don't rule this person out for day then let not bring another evidence if now later we not go able for make a kind of application we not make an application again based on what they can see now but then they say well if the person then go Adam after NOC, what did that go mean? We say then we take her into consideration for say something within the scene. And I rather like for say that point where he get for try clear and say because he believes in the see like say in the try for say now a witness, but he direct say waiting them based on anything we come on here. If the matter what they did now issue will come on if he raise any interest when a conflict, then he will look at it in a conflict of the law, we then will appreciate them. So if you say that point of the defense, the attaché, when he come back, he begin to talk, say, well, Uda for Kaya, the place is not safe. So now he begin to come bring the other second alert, where you see, well, people for begin to go by name calling and Buddha and day, Buddha enough for day. So you see the point of seeing the sequence of the things that will happen, and then the delays who don't do from information who don't the day. And then you can look at total cost of all this, what they do say. Now, delayance, wherein if you don't look, say, you make the right choice from that point where the case may start. Making the right choice, and then you get the information and informed information. When you use it now, then you go able to decide who side, now the one who guilty or the one who not guilty. But here again, the people in the public interest, what's the public interest? The public interest, they say, now, two things would they see? Would they see anti-inclusion and would they see inclusion group? That the anti-inclusion, because now election they go. If they pull the man, they don't want for include them. But then they try for talk say back and the campaign say, well, democracy, now for include people. They get for get inclusion, for open room. So they see back say the point the day of the law, they say, well, we are anti-inclusion. So the one for let them include, then we say, well, let them look to justice. We then go say, well, let it be fair justice. Then the one that will say anti-me. So then they look at from that side, then now two side public interest. So now the balance that one day we then get now, the only hope say it will be a fair trial. Because all about Samura, I think saying inside because he not do technicality for follow up, for send people and for go no see, like how then they try for accuse now about something will be happen. They not go send somebody for go look the cost of what this tier do or would have pay this amount in terms of the airport for look the technicality, the price. So now similar one guy for say, well, that one day in world in the subject say why the airport in price this so if people and they don't check in price, then they come say person deal for assess them price they are later. The price of the thing they see, but pausing again for they for assess the technicality, how the job they go on. So that point, the way they disburse money, they go check for know if it happen. That na negligence of point of duty, and therefore bring an inside say like corruption in some way because he aware in some way say somebody in the key. They do the job. So like kind of way they say you connive with the person for let go help for let go commit crime because not to indeed they are in president but I be as a minister. So that when they get a lot of story or would I employ, would I get the contract? Say would I now and the one who now so called Fofana, the other one they now they do the defense. They all will therefore look how they will bring them there. But it look very critical wherein we don't know what's in the evidence or what they get of the first appearance of the thing, the building. You see, but the building of itself, when we left about all the evidence, they can come to the question of cost. And they see the building is so big, and not to one story. I think them they come, if at some point and confuse how many stories then get for go up. So you go ask yourself, say, why all these big building, and then when I go put on yourself from big cost again, when I'm able to finish. So you go question and the type of building. Because when you look at that building, you go not say even self now repair in the repairer for the site where it is, and the person will own am for let you know refurbish am, and then you go see cracks. The money you go see okay now because nobody turn air conditioning. I mean, they nobody turn heating there because you get them muddy thing, the fungus, how they call them muddy and dampness with the inside them who's there, making dangerous if people and they die. And that kind of people is and they don't make somebody die here and rush the one Manchester here where the log there for camp and the houses them one picking, one black picking. But what I try for say the condition of the house, the size of the building, you go not say not to buildings every before don't go even take in the first place. Now one way you go just every year they paint or remove even a wallpaper and other things. But that is not even wallpaper, they go right to the wall some side and they see the wall crack and they see the dampness, it look layered, not like a small. So you got to think of all those things. Would I in the first place we don't go take that place there? I don't go blame anyone directly, but who that? And then they don't go to all this expense. So, but these are the things where you get for sometimes people don't get for put priority in terms of doing job and with that diligence. Now, diligence, now you will not be able to see work on this tier. So, would that for doing duty for check, would that duty for check. Now, they bring all this now, then they want them back going at the judicial side. It don't can collide with politics. So how this case get for go, then get for speed them up, then get for find a way out. Would they not want for get blame to either whatever the advocacy group or to the so-called who are giving them saying so-called or not to official the official group, the advocacy group them who are the citizens. Then they don't official, not to think way formal. They look informal. So I don't want to make him busy. They can come on out, then they say all kinds of things on social media. So these are the one they even tell what they do in case and they fear say, oh well, people then go talk, say what about this sin I did so. Then they want to go do this. So all man they find a way for get out of that public interest and secure in your area for say again with dignity while they work, the lawyer in dignity, the judge in dignity, all these kind of things. So but it all comes down to how they're able to pipe out them things there, for able to scale out the justice in the right way, conduct this locus co in the right way, where it be say there is no other way, they don't go there now. But then get forget that information where then go able to become well informed and write out Huda and Huda get forget this in your case for let he pay the price of whatever he don't do wrong. So now that part the more because when they talk of all that thing there, then they quote the lawyer, then they quote the lawyer, you go see say in the end, now just something we get for come to one decision, but we not go know what type of decision would then they come up to. But it all comes down to the cost because the delay for go and no seeing the money they may defend for letting get a visa and the price of the money for pay go. But all that one in a state expenditure they go. It will cost individuals. So you always look at waiting in the begin and how you get for do them. Una as leaders them anytime with something of the short come when I get for look say now diligence will say I serious I get for go find out once it don't happen now once BTR for become twice shy I know we don't spend money no more as send and so now me get for go because this self now one person because even the SEC man be don't go there if you don't travel you don't go you don't come and not to in pocket money all these things that don't happen people that don't volunteer they don't go get information they don't give them so all these kind of things how them go turn around whose information we then go trust then we say now from the one way just the informal way but there is some formal way because down in this some in a registered journalist but again you try for see what's at the relationship beside the judge they get relationship for make decision how you get for inform but that point of information and communication I try for see what I bring the out say the judge get for they get that liaison business when a committee who go the pass information explain then the one with the liaison will come back say that information they don't accept them but you try for see even when they go inside then they argue about say well this information yesterday now we put and say AYV and all this and we see them and even the Zoom link and then again I think late you can defend the Zoom link up to 3, 4 they were even 1 hour late because now 4 o'clock it for me so but all these things so you see that communication now instead that part of building the case and knowing the logic the setup which one they go meet the security and the safety but the safetyness it not being look safe because now why then they work under for the heads even the mold some them wear the mask I think say they might have one it for either design themselves, but it's useful for them for that donkey place they wouldn't do so because heating all the day in a cold weather and a fungus was very dangerous when we get like then droplets with the sweat they inhale that now for them your safety. But there is quite a lot we can now for the seriousness of the case, how them were able for delay them. But there is always a thing we have to try avoid. People enough for the neglect what they for do. The court for do their own job. If in this case, if we don't try donor, then the thing will begin all this when at the legal cause of the action we cancel at the building, people have don't they follow up. So but it all comes down to individual judges, follow will get the scale of the justice. I'm not going to go into detail now because at the beginning then they do, then we'll see what they come up with, for see how they will build up the case towards being witness in that box there. Thanks so much, and let God help lead us and get wisdom and understanding for couple. They know the waste. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, whose friend.
You're welcome, yes, sir.
One for say thanks to whose friend for your submission. Welcome on board, Alpha. You get the platform, sir.
Yeah, Tripoli, thanks for having me again today. Yesterday I'll be tied up now work, so I'm not able to take part. But thank God I'm able to complete my official job today quick. I will start first of all with the live streaming where the landed judge say na part of transparency. I think my own concern first of all, if we want to talk about transparency, you see now this I can say the 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 example where we rest this regime they set up, I'm afraid it's not a good one for other government for can work on. We landed George, which I respect so much. They talk about transparency. Say when they do live streaming, it will be transparent to people. They themselves are not transparent to the entire country as a whole, which make us say so. One, almost people camp at these visits from the government side. That now one. Number two, almost now the money government put together for bring this team for can do this inspection. Number three, outside them people we are come out, is it only from the court or because we see ACC? Is the ACC still the work under the court or whatever? That should be if they want for talk about transparency, that's the first thing you look at. Yeah. So if you say doing live coverage, they give transparency. I think we should go deeper if we want to become more transparent. Another concern when we get AAA, now that if then they do this inspection, apart from the contractor self way for presently, I think with me only to program person or my own project idea when me get, you should have a special technocrat who is a sober contractor when instead they do thorough assessment as they go along. Not only the normal they can do site visits and after which okay we don't get picture, we don't get what we want to one for see. No. We should get a clear picture. This is a court system for crying out loud. Not to novice then they go for this thing. So not only lawyers they normally they take go. If they get it, sober contractor, accredited contractor, apart from the one way, now the original contractor with them give this particular project. Yeah, because inside your own side important. Because based on their information, people make a rational decision. But I stand for be corrected. I not see anyone with them tell we say this na contractor or this na na private contractor we hire. We go for give an assessment of waiting they go on. Yeah. So for me, if the judge they talk about transparency, that's where it should start. First of all, they should be transparent in whatever then they do. Explain to the public why then they do some of them things here. Yeah, not for just some okay. I want for can do site inspection, Mr. for make a go see. No, you are a judge. You own a laws that you they play with. You have to get somebody who now you feel this. We go tell you say okay, well this material or this material then good. These are the things we are expecting from this particular case. Not only for can see the site inspection. Another thing I want for talk about. Of course, you don't already talk about Dandy, the protective gears with the nowhere, and I want for labor on that side. Again, my question was another concern where I really get. We really this one really I think not only for me but again for Sierra Leoneans them yeah. After they don't do this inspection, this thing where they don't can do so, what is going to be the summary? Waiting them get for do that summary. Is it not based on that inspection, then they go make decision. Or not you see, almost them don't spend there are a lot of things where they come up while they were this thing triple A. Yeah. Certain time and they work in go some them program they are okay, like go discuss and back with me, either me professor them or the one within like some classes them. You know, sometimes they kill off. You cannot go with this one. You go depend on the knowledge of the lawyer or the judge. Say that this. You have to get somebody who go able for tell you say okay, this now this. If I calculate or estimate already I don't see inside now this kind of money I think say they don't put by this thing. So you're able for make an informed decision. But like I said again, I stand for be corrected. I not see any contractor neither the one who then contract this initial project too. But I think say for they for make a answer some questioning. You know, they're not for left out of this thing. If we want to get really transparent system or business into this whole chance thing, this particular person for the in present, they're able for ask and question, would that transfer money giam? I receive them money here. All the little things here go able for make the judge make an informed decision. But what to me they see, don't like way when they say, you know, I don't know how we call it now delay tactics, so but this one are just waste of money. For me, oh, that's my opinion. Yeah. Now just waste of money this with all that number of people and they you know able to get the job done. Now just add knowledge you go use for like I say, okay, well I don't see this, I don't see this. Now this I take waiting and call. No. Thing they know they put so now do. Yeah, all the money so you know, like I said, but put them for acts. The thing in the courts that make you know let them also they prejudice the case. But boku questions they for ask. For me, oh, now that I see. But again, we still they look to the judge and we they pray like when they talk about transparency. Lord we pray that it will be transparent by the word himself, not for just say I'm out of for talk and for toxic. It should be more transparent because if you not become more transparent and you want for say we then do video live coverage, now in transparency, I'm afraid transparency is beyond more than this one. Yeah. So I think I not get much for say. Like I said, the case didn't court. I know one for begin ask boku questions then because for me, the little one I know my academic and knowledge, which I see so believe me, there are a lot of questions for ask because you can't do this kind of thing without getting the contractor present. If possible, hire a low, you know, a specialized contractor where they can give you a thorough assessment of the building itself, not to only for what to go watch them and then you say they go make decision or it go help me for make decision. I think that none of me don't take Tripoli.
Thank you very much,
the other
Alpha.
people in time. You're welcome.
Yes, sir. 5 calls. The phone line open now. You get something you want to add? Eh? 5 calls. The phone line open. Look at your screen. If you think so don't do well, then definitely would have left here. But look at your screen at the green section. You go see the numbers, then they scroll there. Eh? We dey run at a 4.9 million United States dollar. How they run at an okay. Yes, caller, what they talk to?
This is Jonathan Goodrich from Japan.
Yes, Goodrich. You get 3 minutes, sir.
Okay, thank you. I don't follow this program here, so from the time where they get the live streaming thing, but I just had up to waiting Alpha C. This is a bad precedent. Now we try for set soon at this country also because the way they go, it look very bad. One year you want to tell me say Salon no get even engineers. You want to tell me Salon they go give contract to somebody where will not even make we an assessment. Now here we sit down, we see a live stream where Ali Kaba say the first money where they deposit na $2 million. The second money where they deposit na 2 million, which is 4 million. That 2 million they how the contractor spend the money. The 2 million where Ali Kaba say in receive. What thing they do with that money there? You know, it become so dangerous because why we not even know who said this one they go now. 1 year we come out there, ACC Ben Kaifala tell we say he been take judges them, he been take people them from ACC for go inspect this building. If you get all the information here, so you go parade people, then they say transparency. Now for by public opinion or voting, this is not for solve the problem of this country. We saw the country this so right now the people then they feel pain. Law will do the right thing. Fisher with all that thing the way they do so. Sorry, let they get for be careful how you will really handle this situation. So this situation not a samurai situation. No true Sierra Leonean go day for allow any government official for go sit down, then pay money for do something for Sierra Leone go eat her. Nobody no go support that. But let's be frank to ourselves. Let's be honest to ourselves. If we do something because of the country, let it be genuine. Where would they go through the parade people then this not for go inside and they not for can inside, this nine for there and they not for there. The first thing here, to me own experience when me get all them people then they not even need for DD. Get a certified agent. Where they go they say okay, now so and so amount we don't spend. Now this amount here so we don't put. Now this nine be remain. The fellow who been there as now the chancellor day. We been kind of the witness box. Incessant talk and say the first money we then pay the money go to the contractor. Why they not contact this contractor? So let's see this account, how much money they be pay. Ali Kaba in don't talk and claim. He say the balance 2 million with them before pay the people there. Now in receive them. Who said the money go? Then we still they drag into one person from one thing to another and thing, for disturb the peace of the country. Where we did a critical situation for going to elections. I just they pray as we come to this first month here so that peace could really reign in that country day and let everybody get a clear understanding. With all this, for they go bring video, for do this, for do that, and you'll not go ever solve real problem. Sierra Leone is bigger than all these things what we all they do. We don't see those situations there so like different countries there where people they try for implicate their opponents there for just the idea let them get their own way through. Let not go through that particular way there. We know how this works. Yeah. So thank you very much. I'm your submission that.
All right, thank you very much, Jonathan.
All right.
Please just call one time. Just call one time, please. Right now the phone line hot, and the phone line don't close, safe. The phone line don't close. Yes, Umar, 3 minutes, sir.
Yeah, what did me ask about this Triple A? One thing is, I don't know why Samura, I don't know if I'm a lawyer, then why then they argue with this. To me, this is the work in their me not a lawyer, but I think that this is the work in their favor. Let people see the building. The other question is, the year why they wouldn't talk about it in 2021. APC not been in a power again, 2021. So why 2021 so important if you can enlighten me? Waiting 2021, we can talk about 2021, then what is Samura going to do with this?
No, I think 2021 and then stop that building then for work day.
Okay, now 2021 and they say
yes, not for work day.
The building be done to go bad or
yes,
the people
don't go bad.
Okay. Well, the other thing now when we see is somewhere if 9 rights check, I don't think they get too much problem now. Hey, I signed the check, that the people know where I get the check to. When I ask them, that they want to do the construction, me not the construction guy. Me lobby, according to Ramna, in lobby to China for them will get the money. He get the money, he disburse the money. So then I ask them, we hold the money, we buy the material then, we begin the building, the work of the building. So if the contractor will say 5 million, 9 in 3 million, then he get to be accountable for the 1 million. But if he disburse all the money, then that will be the contractor the own problem. That not will be your own problem. So me, I don't know, I'm not able to understand what's in the draw within and this thing. The 4 million, they write all the check, they give all the money. Because he say, he write the check, now he move behind commodity. So if not that not the case, I don't think this now. more cookies because in Rwanda, I don't know what they talk say 2 years ago pictures them. It no matter. We think you go to crime scene now. It no matter. Even if not been 20 years old building. Now watching Alpha, they say, well, if you reach to the point, maybe in Rwanda, then go raise the well. We need American because you know go bring somebody in a salon for can look at building code or building thing in America. No. Every state now get building code. And every city get their own building code. So New York City, inside that building in there, when I bring people in there, we know about the building code in that area there, in that city there. Then tell them that. Or then when I bring construction people and contractors, they can tell them that okay, what you want to see now so far, now this is what, or this building is unsafe. So I'm not saying they put any red tape on that building, say it's unsafe, because if it be unsafe, then it will not be the city of New York, I'm not saying the city of New York, before allow them for let them go inside it. So let them figure this out. But what you know me they say, who side the money go let them come out, let them build the building, now salon property. Let the money come out. That's all we got for it. Samura handed it. Let them give the money. Anybody who handed it. If the other guy, the Kabal guy in the top, but let them pull the money. That's all. Let the building let them finish the building. Now property, even though now we are on behalf of Sierra Leone, then go make the money. China give the money on behalf of Sierra Leone. So now money, let them put the money down, let them finish the building. And that's no more, my brother. Thank you.
I thank you very much. That is $4.9 million with the run at her. And me, I not think say for if they finna if we're gonna consolidated fund, then for make the building. Yes, Lawrence, you get 3 minutes, sir.
People are showing me names now. Anyway, 3 minutes, sir. I saw you names. Anyway, in a salon, some of the man will stay for themselves. In a salon, triple A. This is very very serious. Not to joke. Can you imagine? Yeah. African Express have done a thorough investigation. Yeah, look at Ben Kelfala and Ura, the judge, how they behave. They behave stupid for me. Sorry, you. And they put him out on the case because what you do, they behave stupid for me. Where you gonna evidence you want to see? I want to see the contractor. They don't give the contractor evidence. They don't give the building evidence. You see, when Chairman of Bagode, African Express representative, you can let forget credence too. Yeah. They show you the evidence. These are the dates. These are the time where the money came inside. This is Fatima Bio and Madam Ita. $4.6 million was transferred in America. And they take the money so they pay rubbish. You see, I mean, they create one salon and they talk rubbish. Then they create. And they want to come for them. And the people that come for them. And they one day. It's a war. We need to get war. I always say that we need to get war in a salon. They're coming after those who are responsible. Yeah, responsibility. We bear the greatest responsibility. It means we bear the greatest crime. We bear the greatest crime. We bear the greatest responsibility. And that's how they talk about so. Because it's not just fast, extended comedy for me. I laugh. This I go take a big belly, jump in the make up. Sorry, I don't answer that to the program. Yeah, but look, that is stupidity joke. It's a joke. African Express, no, I mean, sorry, not African Express. African Express don't get the evidence. When they go and show you the building, they show you the number. They show you all thing. They move come on the building and not do what they do. They transfer $4.6 million United States dollars in America. Okay, no agree. Okay, I want to play the devil advocate. Now some people like for play. I play around the devil advocate. Yeah. No agree on Samura transfer. Samura be agree for the contractor. Now when I take power now, if Samura agree for the contractor, they mislead President Kuruma. Then we don't agree. We don't say no. Well, this contractor will get X. When I go forward with Samura Kamara in Otura Tangible, that's how we call her. No, they can't tell me say that Kamara responsible. I responsible. And they play with something in that country, the big man. They're playing with something in that country. And not only the country that they play with, so they play with themselves as an individual. Madabio, they play with himself. They don't thief money. They don't thief $4.6 million United States dollars. President they play with himself. They're playing with themselves. The way they come for them. It's them. They come for. I don't want them. I don't want them long. They come for them. Not a war. You're not going for be war. You're not ever be war. So me picking never be war. They're coming for them. It's them against us, the people of Sierra Leone. They don't take the money. They want to talk rubbish. But they will continue putting in power. One bag rest don't pass 600. The salary is 600,000. One bag rest 675,000. Can you imagine? You 200,000 one bag rest. 500,000 you also they pay people there. So the basic wage you don't pass her. But they are people, left people, they're just crazy, man. They're just dumb. Sorry, sir. I'm not saying.
Thank you,
sorry, sir.
Lawrence. Yeah.
You're welcome. Yeah, yeah. Cheers.
Yes, caller, you get 3 minutes. Who that we talk to?
Yes, Triple A, I recall from Senegal. Triple A, I don't listen various scholars input. Now one thing no more, I just want advise the callers we they go and talk. We only see we want the betterment of Mama Salon. Yeah. This same Samura Kamara, when most of them they can't defend at the social media, I don't feel see Samura Kamara na innocent somebody. 40 years you don't dey in governance na that country dey. We know they proud of water, we know they proud of electricity, we know they proud of better road na that country dey. This same Samura Kamara wey dem dey go hala for, the young government wey been dey in power and Nkrumah e go kono e promise the university, enable build a university. Then e no even take 6 months, the same Ernest Krumah come, he begin dey praise himself say they able make inside 6 months he able build university. That video they been there around with all listing them videos and they, you understand? But for God's sake, if government don't cap, new government don't can say I dey investigate the old people that will be done in power. You understand how they don't ravage the money of the country. I believe it's a word for supporter. This same government tomorrow when they come out in the whole them back responsibility. What's in bad if government they ask a citizen we don't serve that country they say this what you do, this what you do, can report. What's in bad to that? Would they see Donald Trump they like today they facing inquiries there? A Kana France now. You see the former Sarkozy, he go jail to the extent what he make Macron can win election. We see the reason because the other opponent have been there under corruption charges. In withdrawal, now make Macron able can win election. I don't know. I really don't know what in Sierra Leone as they want how they want let this continent go before. Now two things they disturb Africa. I see tribalism. You see this religion business. Now then two things and they'll forget rid of and trust me, Africa they go before. That's my new input. Yeah.
All
Thank
right,
you.
thank you very much, caller.
Yeah.
Yes, caller, who that we talk to?
This is Tigay. Tigay.
Tiga, you get 3 minutes.
Okay. Tripoli. Let God bless you for this program. The only thing we get for say some forwarding at this overseer. Honestly, if they face most of the problems, then we are responsible. Because if you they come at the air, you know say the whole world they listen to you. We know how we country the resources of a country, even impact anything for make things get better for the next 5-10 years. If then give money to a minister, how may they look at them just in a common sense way. I know you don't call people away, then professors them, then they call English them. To me, then give you a project for do. You as a minister, you need for monitor the hello? Yeah, you need for monitor the project until you make sure say then complete the project. But if you give this money or sign a check or you make a negligence of whether the project go along or not, then all of a sudden money got missing. According to me common understanding or common sense, where God give me what born Sierra Leone not care about APC or SLPP or NGCU, name it. I only care about my country. I go ask you, hey minister, who that you get the money? Who that responsible for the money you give for undergo this project? If you the minister not able for give you any answer, then you are liable, you are responsible for this money where the country don't already project to that project. So when people they come say Samuel and not did it, to me it just not make sense. I don't know the man and not sabi me. But if then give me a project, I need for complete that project. If it not go through, then if you can ask me, hey, Tigger, what's happen? We not see nothing go on. But if they come now on the ear, this they say this wasn't thief money, this na war, this na this. To me, not to the way forward. Fisher not get any clue of what's happen, and they represent a court. A court give them a mandate for investigate something.
It don't mean say Fisher na in the person who come say, well, Samuel and I me eat this money or na this person pay. No, he was there to make sure say he see the building where they pay this money for if in what the money where the government administer to them to Samuel and the one who is supposed to do the project. If the government don't know who that then give the contract, now Samuel and the man where Samuel choose not the contractors them. Now therefore go and look for them contractors they are, come in and they're not sitting in the camp. For me, they can't so and know what's in the happen. But for people in the cannot the ear, they try for exonerate this situation because of green or red. So me, not to the interest of Sierra Leone they pursue. Now we personal grieve and anger what we get for certain people now the government. If we then are the diaspora, they spread this kind of information. I don't feel say we're ready for before. Thank you, Tripoli.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Big Mike, you get 3 minutes.
Yes, Triple. Well, me this situation in this case here, so it look like say now wait and defend for old Dr. Samura, but I like when I go find a real go, let looking ground and I no go hold on for this case here, yeah, because evidence not there. When I don't spend per DM money for car America, when I for don't use that money for do other things just for can find way for whole Dr. Samura. When I the waste of time, I tell me like you when I the waste of time. Adrian Fisher, you don't waste your time. Ben Kelfala, Mr. Ben, you don't waste your time. Madabio, you don't waste your time. On our own, not wasting our time. When I better focus on our election, if we win, but if we lost, I feel sorry for now. If we lost, the bad thing they don't do in that country, if we lost this election, I feel sorry for now. Yeah. But like I say, Dr. Samura, just keep your head up because then now you losing battle in the Fed. I don't understand who's kind of Fed this. Man, we not get nothing for do with the money. The people that will eat the money, we not they go after them. Instead, Ali Kaba, where they in charge of the money, we not pull her aside. The man wanna know nothing but the money. Now wanna bring her inside. When Dr. Samura, man, salon, fairness not there under me, man. Fairness not there at all. You know, the way they do things. So this administration, the way they do things, where government change, where they go begin handle now. Okay, oh. The people who go the ala for now, they not come out to them bad thing they do so. They not say nothing yet. They not say nothing yet. Now, but for Bambai, when they go begin hold now, you Fisher, you Ben Kefala. Okay, oh. All right, and I'm your contribution, Ali, bro.
All right. Thank you, Mike.
Yeah.
Yes, Mohammed, you get 3 minutes, sir.
All right, thank you very much, Triple A. The point where a couple of things same way I want to try for highlights. First of all, I take a look at the video. I see the way that building the, and I believe probably there's a lot of hazard in that place, especially with the mall. And that building there is so much. Now I begin to understand why the neighbors them take the embassy building to court because it don't create a lot of damage. So come back to from the beginning, Usai, the ACC before scam, then begin a report say then kind of the chancery, then can get then bring some people analysts them for can get the prices them the cost because now what will you try to do not all that guilty or not guilty. Law we follow the money because me no say all what's in ACC they try for do or what's in the government they try for do now for me to recoup whatever value they don't get or other get whatever you get for me you bring and come. But how I see then they do even including the court the evidence first of all you get for bring somebody when a specialist we get an idea of building and structure. The brothers and we come, they all come from Salon. What did they know about building and building code in America, especially inside New York City? What in really they know? waiting at a pipe, the cost of a pipe inside New York, the sheet rock, then waiting at the cost, how much it take for me somebody do a job per day, or waiting at the contract when they sign. So for me, you know, we call the 4 point something $million, but what do we get for look at first? Somebody get for come for car estimate how much money in field say they don't spend now. Them for don't get somebody with for even walk them through or walk through, because a book, even when you dey read a book, if you read a number from the head to the bottom, you're not going able to get the content of her. The first thing where them for don't do, them for don't get somebody with for walk them through that building. May tell and say this thing are in this, because they all it's like they were guessing. Some side and they say for them be they walk them through. They don't even know what is what and what in that mean. You go down, this is not the basement, this is not the first floor, this is not the other floor. It doesn't mean anything. Then for don't get somebody way for guide them for me it tell and say this now this they needed a report. How you they go pull somebody now? They say then they bring somebody in a specialist. Outside the specialist they come out. Outside the person where they can give the calculation they come out. Because the last time the ACC they say them pull somebody from salon for can estimate building material inside New York. Can you imagine that? Which is very very interesting. How you somebody go come on and a salon where they can estimate and say then bring the specialist. You know the courts then don't do well for me. They can't see evidence, but the evidence need an explanation. You cannot just get picture and picture and picture. You're not able to get. And I tell you, that building is absolutely damaged, most of it. And then they could probably who's that you don't see more like that amount, they get forgot not only the molo you see at the outside, all the shoot the how they call them, the insulation within at the back, it even worse past that. They even need a special team where they go for go clean that place first 100% before they even begin to allow people to go there. And the way the court go inside that place, they not be mindful. That was very dangerous. You dey see uh, 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 you dey see electrical, you dey see electrical at the wall, you dey see this, you dey see that. That was dangerous. Then for don't get a proper protection for me then go inside that building, it's just a mess. The way they do and so are not facing a fact finding. Then just one is just a show, and it doesn't impress me at all. So now me on take that.
I thank you very much, Mohammed. Let us call you. The phone line don't close. Phone line don't close. Yes, caller, who would they talk to?
Mina Bakar, I call from Senegal.
You get 3 minutes, Bakar.
Okay. First of all, I want to tell you, plenty thank you for this program. We can stay job for we would far from home. Secondly, this particular matter we all see with and don't broadcast for week, and I think we been done start up from after Samura Kamara was elected as the flag bearer for APC. We all see them in out on a court, we been appear on a court in with the contractor there with other evidence people they win about them four. So with waiting and gather in a court, so the court been taught and fit say the Chief Justice Fisher for make them go na New York for make them go do visibility study. If you waiting Samura Kamara with the others, then waiting and say now true. So then we fix a date where we see the government spend big money on the patrol for no more than get a fact. May they not just judge a book by its cover. So see what they hold on to the case and say make them all go to New York and go find out. And we all see today the building, an abandoned building, like over 3 to 4 years now, nothing of they go on there. And they say the money about $4.9 million we involved. And we all know say that particular building, the whole city, not even worth $1 million. Not even worth that. This now a good precedent for we the poor people in a salon. because at the end of the day, we own detriment back because we dey vote for them, for make them help we at least make them develop the economy. But the money then they come back for boost up the economy, then they take them, put them on their own personal use. You know, we go give contractor, come on, center again, because we say we read and say na $300,000 and then disbursed to the contractor for take up the project. As waiting they say, we don't know if he reach themselves. Then what about the balance 4.6 million outside in go, the 4.6 million outside go. And then tell we say the project don't go at 80% of conclusion. So and that make the Chief Justice with the other part of the people that were involved in the case, they say, well, look this building, but when they say don't go at this peak. Where them go now, then see say they're not church even pin by all side. Me, I've been afraid say for the people that will go inside the building because one, they've not been get bullets na them head. And everybody knows that the law of a site where they go there, you forget a security protection when a helmet. Because anything can come up pierce you. And you make it a wear helmet, and then for wear shoes then go inside. Then for wear security boot. So then they all been there against them. And me, I'm the fear. Because then that building they would have abandoned for years. You know, for take huge crowd for go inside again because anything can broke. So then they all the state don't take a risk for go do that. I just they feel no more people are so blind in this politics. Then they say this now which aunt, this and that, this now so. If say now the way this house alone for begin get a solid foundation in fighting corruption, it hard presently because we take and say na one of the prominent political party who get as a strong opposition APC then flag bearer na involved na make it out a cost and alarm. But if you go say na so if for start, let we just give the process a chance, let we get the real fact out of it. They no go kill Samura, they no go do nothing. Waiting no more, then go say okay, waiting don't involve making reform and that's all. But if we begin the back blindly, then we see the facts, we know the talk, we create more room for me, more corruptions and going to happen. Then politicians there, yeah, then politicians there, then they use we at the end of the day, now the personal family people and then they benefit. Then they use the population as a political shield. Say, hey, this is my party, we are not agree, we are not this, we are not that. We are not just trust the process. We all know what they go on because it is out there. So I thank you very much for the time on give me for talk. And I tell you, thank you, AAA, for this kind of thing we do. And it will give more opportunity for me to do and more.
All right, thank you.
Take care.
Yeah. Welcome, 3 minutes, sir.
Yes, AAA, good evening. Yes, a lot of people don't call. I just want to light on certain things the way people in the say for make I tell people and say it's too early follow at them begin one right now. You know, this is not just investigation they go on right now. They're not past verdict. They're not point nobody say don't guilty. Samura Kamara or any other person, they're not finding guilty. This is just an investigation going on. You know, so more put what than done for now and no wait for the investigation, make it complete. But right now, if we begin to do something, this case here in our court right now. So we're just patient with the court. The only thing we get for see to the court is that liquidity 4.6 million. You know, if you think from the time when the ACCA commissioner done the Canada New York, it don't go. And Andrea Fisher back done Canada. I feel say a long number for don't do for Canada the building, take video of himself, go to the court, display them as a PowerPoint, and show to the people them, make them see them. No need for take a whole delegation like a Leon Part 2 for Canada. We don't know that in the list. We don't know how many delegation people in camp. We don't know. So this is a waste of resources. Seriously, waste of resources. You know. And another thing again, what I say, right? I hope say the same energy when they put soap on this case here, the same energy when the judiciary they put on this case here, we hope say then get for put that same energy on the audit report. From now till go, any administration we can now we hope say judiciary una get for put more energy per any case, e not just get for involved. Let me say now, what if Samura Wilson Kamara not be there on this case? What if he not be there part of this case? We think say this case will forbid report this morning we forbid report. Me, I don't think so. Me, I don't think so. I feel say because we get one name where they play around this, and we get one name within this administration when I receive money and you don't talk on publicly say yes, money pass na hand, but that money just don't in them just don't hot na this investigation here. We need this here. Even when the way Fisher asks na the place they that Samura he asked for. He not ask for Ali Kaba. So what's he gone? And then me they ask, what if Samura not be there pan this? We forbid nobody's 4.6? No, I don't think so. But just to tell the same they tell people and say, we all patients, and we only talk for the betterment of Sierra Leone. We all patients, no wait for the no see thing they go on. But Mr. Fisher, I hope say they listen to it. If you don't listen to it this net year, I hope say that morning you go open your phone and go to Facebook and listen to it. Say election or they far, election they come. Do you try to do the right thing where you go good for we and good for Sierra Leone. Now peace with one another country day and peaceful election. Have a good night. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much, Mo. Get one more call. Yesterday by now, we talk about water. And now they go muscle with one another. But once it come to politics, I the take go you read them. Yes, Mr. Williams, you get 3 minutes, sir.
All right. Are you on the air now?
Yes, sir.
All right. People, I don't listen to this case. I follow up this case. I see where African press go to the scene, a video, he give you full details of what is going on. He even give you full details how the money transfer. Now, Fisher don't go back. They don't go to the site there. We go look waiting at the building, waiting at the cost or look the condition of the building. One, Fisher not get no. Me, I don't see Fisher. Fisher not get no. It's not necessary for the Fisher go to the scene. The ACC man don't go. They don't go take video. They don't go there also. They don't care delegation go there. He determines now the ACC man don't get sufficient evidence. So what did the ACC man? What's he go do? He go waste money for nothing? Yeah, to me, it don't make no sense. Well, the Fisher go back. Or go look the same thing where the ACC man say in Candy for. It don't make no damn sense. It's a waste of revenue, waste of resources. To me, the best possible way to forgive the cost of that building in there so far, now the quantity surveyor. Quantity surveyor, they are the people where they give cost of the building, of so far they don't spend. You're not getting a person in there, to me. Then they're not getting the building cost so far. Quantity surveyor. Now if I company with them, we'll go there and give details of the building. We'll be getting the Ministry of Works. We'll be getting. And then the people in at this time and they go give the cost of the building. They call it quantity surveyor. Yeah, now that's not their own job that. What if I go make Fisher, they go look, other people they go there, they go give. Now blind cost and again now. The right person for go to quantity surveyor. That is one. Two, Ali Kaba was there when the money transfer. Okay, he not be there with the first money transfer, but the second money was transferred. He was there. Why not charge Ali Kaba? Why they go charge? Next year when they charge Samura. Why not charge Ali Kaba? Why Ali Kaba was not? Why Ali Kaba not there on the scene now? Why not charge her now? Why? Pretty making not charge. When they give cause, why they not charge Ali Kaba? Now if Fisher for ask first. Fisher asked, why not charge this man? Why not charge the other man? It's not fair. It's not fair at all. And then be careful. And then be careful. They say what goes around comes around back to you. Let them be careful of this case. Because in the Kalfala, let's be careful. Now say come back for that arrest. I still talk about arrest. I still get her. The guy said don't get sufficient evidence. Up to now, we don't see nothing. He make fool of himself in the Bengala, St. Column. He go for pay price of this way they do so. I must say he go for pay price legally. Wait time down. He go for pay price legally, very hard way. Very hard way. Because he's a nuisance amongst the case. He's one of the nuisance amongst the case, to me. I was young. He play nuisance of himself. You see, now quantity surveyor is the right man for being at that building and day, for getting the cost. For getting the cost. Now quantity surveyor man for do that. You see. Okay, thank you so much.
All right, sir. Yes, sir.
Bye-bye.
Yes, caller, what we talk to?
My name is Noah, I call from Dubai.
You get 3 minutes.
Thank you, boss, for this show. You don't keep we intact for you and all the salon for observe certain things them. For me, my own view as this program, I just want to say this is all about politics. Like how just this man just say, if it's someone not forbidden by this case, they're not forbidden about this money. And salon the way they go, me always see me want to say no more. Not about this, not about Nande. The way things they go with me, they see me country, I'm not happy. They don't take the politics, put them in a way, they go a different level, we will not see. But they see certain things, the outcome, in order for come out good. I see one video where they say, for stop, APC people are not for gonna Kailan or other places them. That's not right. Say alone for we all. So my free now, the only homeland will get, so no say again at home. But we young. I mean, my only contribution, and no more make because I let this go. Maybe I'll listen.
Okay, thank you. Just a quick reminder, yeah. The Honorable Fisher say, then go New York for visual. I play an eye, he repeat on two times. And people they say, oh, Dr. Samura no mix no dedi. In Sierra Leone, brown envelope and kickback. The one the way you see them, they make so they understand how the system they play. Even inside this administration. How much money they will not then they now that brown envelope and kickback now make them they feel to say Dr. Samura and they. But you not there, I say, yeah, not there, this and that. Well, not allow the process. 4.9 million. No, people that say 4.6 million because the first money then get contracted at 300,000, this and that. A total of 4.9 million. I say the money for become China go straight to America. Nobody money pass first. He go first than salon, he land, he relax. He say he need heat, I'm gonna be snow time. You know, but go America directly. So he go first, he take enough hits in a salon before now he left for go America. Well, I pass now, I not pass when another money, they run at us. Uda yandi di? But let the money come out. Let the money come out. If Dr. Samura no did it, I mean, as in, you know, that one what they look for. That kickback at that brown envelope. They know they can shape the thing. Now that way they can shape, now you see them they run at us so. Then sabi because they say, okay, thief man they are la thief. You don't understand, safe. Okay. It's so sad that whenever we get in program here, now they say the people them they talk. Now they say the people and they talk all man they talking on. beg, low relax. My visual line then go look for. Tomorrow back in the candy. If they need bullets, me idea. Idea. I go supply on the PP everything. Let me serve you. Let me serve you come out. But me na legally. Na legally me for come out. But strategy store then go say first pass I go give brown envelope. But you don't see. Now that side. Every time somebody don't hear me, they say, well, if you can't come, how much you say for the bullet? How much you say? He say, well, I say, if una all for supply, una all, na 1,000. He say, no, make her 1,500. The 500, na me get her. Then for that 1,000, they back, I get 200. That's how they do business. You know, sabi self. Ask them. Now they go here. We go there back tomorrow. They reach the tomorrow, then send we there. But if you feel say we they go there, then they go lock we in a domba. I'm not going there. The one like go, they let them invite me. I'll give them clean coverage. I don't tell them what for use. I don't tell them. Okay. You know sabi self. Yesterday we talk about water. They not come. Today I say Samura Kamara. Madam yo, he said can't look there. Can't look there. Okay. Jacob, you all tell them be embassy. Alright. We go there tomorrow. Take it tomorrow now we own time. Tomorrow not missing. I will timing. Tell me to back tomorrow. Triple say tata.